Hey, Forrest here. Nothing like getting paid. And with ICCU's mobile app, I can deposit checks or accept Zelle payments so the money hits my account fast. I just wish there was an app for mowing the rest of these lawns.
Right now, Lithia Ford of Boise is buying used vehicles. How much you want for the SUV?
I don't know.
Well, Lithia Ford will give you more than that.
How much more?
More than you think.
I'm not thinking anything.
I'm thinking you might get even more than that. See how much more you can get at Lithia Ford of Boise.
When it comes to concrete, we've got you covered. Rowpaint.com offers custom concrete coating services for your garage, business, warehouse, and more. And we do it in one day. We are your complete concrete coatings solution.
This is Bronco Nation News Live. The best interviews, the most informed opinions, the latest breaking news, all from the top Boise State insiders. Today's broadcast is coming from the Cutwater Spirits Canned Cocktail Studios. Check out one of their more than 30 flavors of pre-mixed premium cocktails at your local gas station or grocery store. Cutwater Canned Cocktails is perfect for your next game day tailgate party. Now, here's four-time NSMA Idaho Sports Writer of the Year, BJ Rains, with another edition of Bronco Nation News Live.
Hey, good morning. Well, look at that glare there. How we doing, Boise State fans? And welcome on in, Bronco Nation News Live here at BroncoNationNews.com, all the social media channels. We're going to have a fun show today, and then we are hitting the road. I'm going to be tagging along as the basketball team goes whitewater rafting today. So looking forward to that. Hopefully I'll get some good clips of some of the guys that are a little nervous about doing the whitewater rafting trip today. So excited about that. Boise State wins it. They're 2-0. I meant to show this at the beginning of the show, and I forgot, but obviously another beautiful day here in Vancouver. But today the team is heading on to Kamloops. It's about a 4-hour drive. They're going to split it halfway with a stop to go whitewater rafting, as I said. So this was pretty cool. I almost paid the money and did it, but these seaplanes just hanging out, taking off, landing. It was a pretty cool scene here in Vancouver. If you haven't been, I highly recommend coming and checking it out. But a great show planned for you today. It is the start of football fall camp. So we've got our friend, our man Jordan Kay is going to hop on. He's at practice right now. Jaden Finch is there as well, our intern, getting some highlights. So we have some football highlights to show you. We'll talk football and what Jordan saw the first day of fall camp. He's going to join us later in the show. Chibuzo Agbo going to join us as well and talk about what he saw yesterday. Obviously a big big win, and he played pretty well. And so we're going to talk to Buzo about just how things are going for him and what he thinks of the team as we continue our quest to get an interview with every player on the roster. So we're going to talk to every player on the roster at some point on this trip. We still have Tyson Degenhart to go. We still have Max Rice to go, Cade Rice, but we are getting further down the list and excited about today's show. So football talk, basketball talk, a ton to get to here on the Bronco Nation News Live. And again, the Broncos are off today. They'll travel to Kamloops, and then tomorrow night they will finish the Canadian tour with the third game against Thompson Rivers College tomorrow night. And it's about 4 hours away in Kamloops, and then we'll make the trek back on Friday. So if you have any comments about the football team, about the basketball team, we got Dennis chiming in. Happy Wednesday. Logan says good morning. Everybody's chatting. I know Kurt's excited about the Baltimore Orioles winning last night, 66-41. Yeah, congrats, Kurt. But talking Boise State football and basketball today. So again, if you have a comment, if you have a question, anything Boise State sports related, fun day. You got basketball going on. You got football starting up today. I mean, if you're a Boise State fan, this is kind of this has got to be your sweet spot here. It's got to be a cool day, exciting day for you to have Boise State football back on the practice field, to be a month away from their season starting. You're going to have daily football content coming at you, to have on the basketball side, another game tomorrow. I mean, if you were a Boise State fan, this has got to be a pretty fun week, pretty fun time of year for you. Chase was asking about an episode of the Tyson Degenhart show during the trip. We actually talked about that. There's just really not a lot of time, but I believe that Tyson is putting together a little video for us, and we'll play it on next week's show, kind of a behind-the-scenes video on the trip. So we will probably get to that on next week's show, I think is the plan. But we will have an episode next week. We're actually hoping maybe finally we can get get Taylon Green. Taylon Green is talking today, by the way, after practice with Cade Beresford and Dimitri Washington. So you will get Taylon Green interviews and stories today by Jordan Kay and Jaden Finch. So we'll have the Taylon Green interview up on YouTube a little bit later today. So Robbie's got a question about Prince Strawn. We will ask Jordan Kay about him when he comes on. Again, Jordan Kay is at Boise State football practice right now and is going to jump on here in about 15 minutes and talk to us about his thoughts, what he sees, everything like that. Chibuzo Agbo is going to join us here in about 5 minutes or less whenever he gets here. So Chibuzo Agbo will join us live. And I do want to thank a couple of our sponsors making this trip possible before we get to Chibuzo Agbo live. Of course, RBC Wealth Management and Brian King. I've been telling you about them the whole trip here, but they stepped up. When I told him I wanted to do this trip, he said right away, how much do you need? He was the first one to commit. And they're ranked consistently number one, the wealth management team in Idaho from Barron's and Forbes. Brian King, RBC Wealth Management, part of the King, Barrios, and Bartlett Investment Group. You check them out. Just Google Brian King, RBC Wealth Management, and give them a call, 208-389-6812. And investors, disciplined planners, and financial advisors ready to help you with all your financial needs. Atkinson's Mirror and Glass. Appreciate the Atkinson family for jumping on board. Fourth generation family business helping Idahoans build equity into their homes since 1951. Check them out, atkinsonsmirrorandglass.com. Give them a call, 208-375-3762. We want to keep them on as a sponsor, folks. So go support Atkinson's Mirror and Glass and use them. And if they hear that, good response on folks that are, wanting to use their services and stuff, and that they heard them advertising on BNN, then they're going to want to know that it worked and want to keep doing it. So help support the sponsors, and Atkinson's Mirror and Glass is one of them. Proud supporter and sponsor at Boise State Athletics and the Horseshoe Collective. And our man Matt Bauscher, as we get ready to talk to Chibuzo Agbo, the number one ranked realtor in the Treasure Valley, is Matt Bauscher. And when Chibuzo Agbo committed to Boise State, he had a Matt Bauscher logo on his commitment, if you remember that, on social media as part of an NIL deal. So Bauscher Real Estate, we appreciate him. The number one ranked realtor in the Treasure Valley is Matt Bauscher and Bauscher Real Estate. So all of our interviews, as I said, are brought to you by Taco Bell, and we're giving away a $20 gift card. That's right. I think we've had about 10 sign up already in the last 2 days since we started this offer. Very appreciative of the 10 of you or so. When I get back to Boise and have some time early next week, I will be in touch with you about getting your gift card. But if you sign up for a $70 subscription this week while we're here in Canada, we will give you a $20 gift card to Taco Bell. So your $70 gift card subscription instantly becomes $50 on the subscription, thanks to our friends at Taco Bell. So you get $20 at Taco Bell just for signing up. And again, the whole month of August here, you're going to have daily football content and just a lot going on as we get ready for football and basketball season. So we appreciate our local Treasure Valley freestanding Taco Bell locations. There's 19 of them from Ontario over to Burley, I believe. And again, they are supporting Boise State Athletics through the Taco Bell Endowed Scholarship. It's generated scholarship support for at least 46 Boise State students since 2008, and they're doing a lot of big things for Boise State. So we appreciate them, the Nicolason family, and Taco Bell. And I'm supposed to ask Leon his favorite meal at Taco Bell, so I'll have to do that next time I'm on. Maybe I can ask Chibuzo Agbo about that here today. So while we wait for Chibuzo to pop in here, let's watch some highlights from last night. And again, we're going to talk football. We got football highlights to show you, where Jordan Kay is going to join us to talk some football as well from the first day of fall practice. But we are here in Canada, so we're going to start with some basketball highlights last night. Super impressive game. We don't have the full box score. Some of you have asked because they didn't have a stat program, so we're trying to keep it by hand. But early on, Omar Stanley, he is just going to be a beast down low, folks. Really excited to see him. He's just what this team needed, I think. He's a totally different player than Najee Smith, in my opinion. I love Najee, but I think Omar Stanley brings a little more to this team. You see the putback dunk right there. 19 points, 15 rebounds for Omar Stanley last night. I was very impressed with him. There's a nice pass from Max Rice, Tyson Degenhart with the left-handed layup. I thought Max and Tyson played a little better last night, were a little more assertive offensively. Cam Martin, 2 games in a row. He continues to score the basketball from the inside, from the outside. He is really going to be an impressive guy. You see here the post move, the layup. 15 points, 9 rebounds, I believe it was, for Cam Martin last night. So he's averaging about 13 points a game, or at least in the 2 games here so far. Nice take there from Roddy Anderson to the hoop. There's a nice kick out here. Max Rice hits the 3. Close game early on. They were hitting some shots. Fraser Valley was, but Boise State kind of took over. Look at this hustle play by Omar Stanley. Just doesn't give up, gets the ball, and is able to find Max Rice for the kick-out three, and you know that's going in. So huge play there from Omar Stanley. Just love seeing his athleticism on the glass. And there's another nice offensive rebound by Cam Martin, and he puts it in. He had a couple in ones last night. I think another one comes right here. But he can just post guys up. He's got, really nice post moves. Everybody talks about his three-point shot and some of the other things that he can do. But you see right here, he can put it on the floor. I know the guy kind of falls down, but he can get to the rim and gets his own rebound and puts it back in. So Cam Martin's all-around game, I think, is really going to impress Boise State fans. But, guy like Jace Whiting, he's improved. He misses the shot there, but there's Chris Lockett. Puts it in. I think Chris Lockett's done a couple of really nice things on this trip. He's a guy that's going to get in there and get some offensive rebounds. And but again, when you need a three, you know who you're giving it to, Max Rice, and he hit the shot there. Anderson's going to find Omar rolling to the basket. A lot of pick and roll stuff we've seen on this trip. They were keeping it pretty basic, weren't calling a lot of plays, but you had a lot of guys rolling to the basket and getting shots. Andrew Meadow didn't have the big game that he had last time, but he certainly still scored a couple buckets and did some things, so excited for what he did. That was nice to see. We're getting ready to have our man Chibuzo Agbo come on. I'm going to have to set this down for a second. And then you see our man Chibuzo with the dunk and transition right there. So a nice win for Boise State. And again, Boise State takes down Fraser Valley. They're going to play Thompson Rivers tomorrow night. And as I said, nice enough to be joined by the man himself, Chibuzo Agbo. Scoot up here a little bit, Chibuzo, so we can see you there. Appreciate you for joining us, man. We'll turn your mic on here, waking up a little early to join us. How's it going, man?
It's going good. How about you?
We're doing good, man. I'm looking forward to the whitewater rafting today. Are you looking forward to that, or are you a little nervous here?
I'm a little nervous, but I think it's going to be fun. I know how to swim, so I'm not really too worried about it. I'm worried about some of the other guys, though. So
it'll break up the drive. It's, about a 4 or 5 hour drive, so they tried to find something kind of in the middle for you guys to do. But this trip, man, it seems like you guys are having a lot of fun, the team bonding and everything, and you're 2-0 on the court. I mean, I would think to this point it's been about as good a trip as you could have hoped for.
Oh, yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
What's been the best part for you?
We just have a great group of guys that really just have a great energy together. We just really enjoy being around each other all the time. So just really team bonding and just being around the team has been a lot of fun for me.
Seems like at least early on, this team, not to say last year was bad or anything, but it seems like this team, just the chemistry-wise, a lot of people are talking about it, just might have something special here.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing bad about last year's team, but the chemistry this year is just so organic and it happened really quickly that it just makes a big difference.
What are you noticing on the court, man? What's going to be the strengths of this team?
I think the strengths of this team, we're just really unselfish. Everybody can play really well. Everybody knows just how to pass the ball and move it. So I think, any combination on the floor is good for us. So I think also just our depth, too. We have a lot of good young guys. And that's just all big stuff for us.
We've seen these two games. I mean, if teams are going to leave you open, you're obviously not afraid to let it fly. The shot still looks good. What have you spent the last 3-4 months since the end of last season working on in your game?
A lot of my post game, still working on it. There's definitely a lot of time between now and the season still, so still going to work hard on that. My post game, just getting to the bucket, the ability to get fouled and go into the post and get buckets too.
There was a couple of times you were backing guys down for 10 seconds trying to get in there. I mean, is that something you do think you can expand if you get some smaller guys guarding you?
Oh, 100%. I've been working on it since the season ended last year, but like I said, it's still a lot of time to work on it and get better at it too.
Who's impressed you early on here in Canada?
Meadow was going crazy. Meadow had 31 the first night. I don't know how many he had yesterday, but he was getting buckets yesterday too. Just a really good young guy, always taking the coaching. Every day he's getting his extra shots up. So, he definitely deserves it, and it's just his hard work paying off. What
about Omar Stanley, man? Comes in and had 19 and 15 last night, kept a lot of plays alive with some offensive rebounds, some loose balls. It just seems like he's not afraid to kind of be physical and down there in the paint and to kind of do the dirty work for you guys.
Oh, yeah. He's a big force down there. He's also a vet just with the way he talks and his mentality every day. He's always bringing it every day. Especially in practice, bringing that competitive energy. So he's going to be big for us too.
And Cam, man, that's going to be quite the battle for them for playing time. And I know they're going to do some different things to try to get them both out there because you're going to have to. I mean, what do you think of Cam Martin so far?
Oh, Cam's been doing his thing too. He can shoot it. He's been getting everybody up with that shot fake going to the bucket. So I just feel bad for the guys who have to guard them this year.
This team in general, man. You guys have obviously, you were here 1 year, but 2 years in a row, this team's gotten to the tournament. Still looking for that first first win. The program's also never even made the tournament 3 years in a row, so this would be a record if you could even just get back to the tournament. But Leon talked in the offseason about building the super team and stuff, and kind of got fans excited. I mean, I know it's 2 teams against Canada, against teams you're clearly better than, but do you get a sense that this team really has a chance to do something special this year?
Oh yeah, for sure. Everybody throws around the word potential. That's kind of a good and a bad word to me, just because it's potential, you know what I mean? So I think we have a lot of potential, though. We just got to expand on that and make sure we reach the best of ourselves.
How do you think these 10 practices and these games in terms of getting a head start going into next year? And you think about the beginning of the season you had last year, the first couple of games maybe weren't what you would have hoped for. And if you could have got those out of the way in July in Canada and started where you started, I mean, do you think for this team and some of these guys, the freshmen and some of the transfers and stuff, that just to get the jitters out of the way, that when you guys play that first game come November, that it might be a little different feeling?
Oh, 100%. I think it's definitely going to make a big impact, getting out the way. Some of the new guys as well, just getting the team chemistry, playing with different guys together is going to be huge for us.
I mean, you did that last year, but how hard is that, and what is that like? I mean, we obviously for Cam and Omar and Roddy, I mean, they've jumped right in, obviously, and I know the competition level's different than you last year, but I mean, what is that like as a new guy? You're trying to get acclimated to a new city, to new teammates that they all some kind of know each other already, and you're kind of the new guy, and you're wanting to produce for your team, and some of these guys were in similar spots as you, where they wanted a bigger role and felt they could find that here. And how hard was that, I guess, for you? And what are you seeing out of those new 3 transfers this year?
Right, I think they handled it really well, definitely better than I did. It's a lot more than people think it really is. You're in a whole new city. You got a whole new team, whole new coaching staff. You're trying to take on your academic role as well and be the best student you can be. Just trying to fit in. It's definitely a lot, and they've handled it great. They're all kind of veteran guys, Roddy, Omar, and Cam, and they've just done a great job with it.
I know there was kind of a joking back and forth, between Roddy and Omar, who's the best dunker on the team. I don't know if you would try to throw your name in the hat there, but the 2 that Roddy's thrown down here in Canada, the one last night, man, he's got some hops.
Yeah, he was up there. I saw that. That was crazy. I wouldn't want to be the dude on the other end of that.
Anything else about these 2 games stand out to you? I mean, the first game, you guys hit a lot of threes. Last night, you had open shots. They just didn't fall. I know the score maybe wasn't the same. I thought last night's team was better that you played too. But overall, anything just stand out to you from the 2 games so far?
Honestly, it's like the way we're competing and, getting stops on the defensive end and the ability to flip the page after mistakes. I think that was big for us. They've just been really fun to play so far. I'm really excited to play this next one.
Had you ever been in Canada before? Or?
Never. This is my first time out the country, actually. So I've been loving it and really enjoying it.
Yeah, it's kind of a hidden gem. It's we walk down by the water and stuff, and then it's been pretty cool. And as I said, you get the day off today, some team building stuff, and then one more game tomorrow night, and then you guys get a couple weeks off, right? You going to go back home at all for a little bit?
Yeah, I'm going to go home for about a week, just spend some time with some family, and then come right back and get right back to work.
Is that I mean, you guys have worked pretty hard this last 8 weeks, and the way it works out where you get the 3 games here, and then you do get a little break before school starts. I mean, is that pretty nice?
Oh yeah, definitely. I know we got a lot of hard workers though, so I know plenty of guys are just going to come right back and get right back in the gym too.
You think about that early season schedule, man. It looks like it. I mean, your coaching staff must think you guys are going to be pretty good. I mean, when you look at some of the teams you guys are going to be playing, St. Mary's and Clemson, and you guys are going in that tournament, obviously down there with 6 of the 8 teams made the big dance last year. I mean, is that? I know you guys kind of take the one game at a time mentality, but I mean, you guys are probably aware that you're going to need to have a good start this year.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's a big, tough non-conference early on for us. But we've been putting in the work since the first day everybody's been on campus, and we've been getting better every day, and I think we're ready enough for the challenge.
What this coaching staff, man, just we see how Mike Burns will have his rant. We'll see they've all got their quirks, but it just seems like, man, I was telling Omar, I think, I mean, you got pretty lucky here, man. It's a pretty good coaching staff. They obviously know what they're doing on the court, but on this trips like this where I get to see these guys talking to you and things like that, I mean, it seems like it is a pretty good coaching staff. What's it like? And I know that's probably one of the things that attracted you to Boise State, but now that you've gotten to know all these coaches for the last year and stuff, I mean, it seems like I know everyone says it's a family, whatever, but it really seems like that's preached here.
Right. Yeah. No, great coaches all around, Bernie, Coach Rice, Coach Duryea, Lex, Red, all great. But besides that, just like actually caring for you, basketball is a business, but they show they really care for you outside of basketball, and they're there for you for anything you need. So that's that's huge, and it's not to be taken for granted.
It seems like, too, a lot of people are talking about all the newcomers, the freshmen, the transfers, and I guess it's partially my fault, but you and Max and Tyson, I don't think are kind of getting the love maybe you guys deserve. People are kind of so excited about everybody else that's coming in, and it's like, okay, well, you got 3 all-league players coming back, too, and so do you feel at all that it's that you guys are kind of quietly just waiting to break out here, and it seems like, I mean, I know in terms of all league and all that stuff going into the season, you 3 are probably all going to be getting some attention, officially when it comes. But do you kind of like that, or do you feel like that you returners still have something to kind of prove yourself to?
This is a great squad of great players. Iron sharpens iron. There's going to be a lot of competitiveness going around, going up for minutes. And I just think that it's going to be good to have such a deep bench and just everybody's getting love.
And one more game tomorrow, as we said. I mean, is there anything particular? I'm sure the coaches will probably give you the emphasis, moving forward. Transition defense from game 1 to game 2 wasn't great, but anything. I mean, just want to stay healthy and get through the game and get another win.
Yeah, that's the plan. Stay healthy, get another win, keep our chemistry up, keep our defense up, move the ball, and just keep playing our basketball.
Today's also the first day of football practice. What are your thoughts? I don't know if your boys with anybody on the football team, but who do you talk to over there, and what are you a football fan? I mean, I know you guys go to some of the games and stuff. What are your thoughts on the football squad this year?
I'm not really a big football guy. Like, I don't really watch football,
okay.
Any NFL or college, but I've been at every Boise State home game, so I'm definitely going to be there cheering those guys on. I know I've seen on Twitter they got some high expectations this year, so I'm going to be rooting for them. Awesome, man. Well, appreciate you coming on. Thanks so much for your time, man. Go get some breakfast. We appreciate you waking up a little early, and good luck on the rafting trip, man. Yes, I'm going to have some footage going, so you can't, even if you are nervous, you can't be looking because that I got to ask you, the bridge, man. You were a little nervous on the bridge. Oh yeah, that was crazy. That thing was swaying side to side. That was not.
And then some of your guys were rocking it a little bit, and I saw you getting a little mad at them.
Yeah, I was trying to get to the other side as fast as I could.
Well, Coach Rice was right there with you. I was trying to get an interview on the bridge, and he almost knocked my phone over the thing because he's like, "Get out of my way," because Coach Rice was a little nervous about that too. But hey, man, thanks for letting me tag along on the trip here. It's been a lot of fun. You guys have been great hospitality, and hopefully fans are enjoying the coverage and stuff. But it's pretty cool. You guys are here in Canada and got one more game and finish strong tomorrow, man.
Yes, sir. We'll do.
Appreciate it. Thanks a lot, man. There he is, Chibuzo Agbo. Appreciate him for coming on, and we're going to get to Jordan K here in just a couple of minutes, but we appreciate Chibuzo for waking up and jumping on with us here on Bronco Nation News Live as they get set for a team breakfast, and then they'll be hitting the road for the bus ride up to Kamloops. And again, they are going to stop halfway and do a little whitewater rafting experience as well. So we're going to talk some football. We got some football highlights to show you. We're going to go to our man Jordan K in just a second. But Cutwater Spirits, more than 30 flavors, pre-mixed premium cocktails. Make sure you pick one up at your local gas station or grocery store. Our title sponsor, rowpaint.com. Check them out, roepaint.com. The one-day install on the concrete coatings, highly recommended, 5 times stronger than epoxy. You will not be disappointed. Check them out, rowpaint.com. Lithia Ford of Boise, they're a big supporter of ours, and we appreciate them. Do what the Rains family did. Go on in there, purchase a vehicle from Lithia Ford Boise. You can view their full inventory of vehicles online at lithiafordboise.com. ICCU, check them out, iccu.com, the best in mobile e-branch online banking, iccu.com. They're bringing you the Tyson Degenhart Show, and they want to remind you that Tyson will be available to meet you at Bam Jam on Saturday out in Caldwell from 10 to 1. You can meet Tyson Degenhart at the ICCU booth. He'll be signing some basketballs that have his name and number on them there, so go meet Tyson Degenhart. Again, that is on Saturday from 10 to 1 out there in Caldwell at Bam Jam. And if you're looking for some new gear for the season, check it out, the Blue and Orange Store, theblueandorangestore.com. Free shipping, any order over $40. Or if you're in the Boise area, just go to the second floor there on the Boise Town Square Mall. And again, that is our sponsor, the Blue and Orange Store. We appreciate Travis Hawks and company for their support. As I mentioned, football practice going on. We'll bring on our man, Jordan K. He was at practice today. Nice enough to join us for a couple minutes here. Jordan, happy first day of fall camp, man. How's it going? You might be muted because I'm not hearing you. Let's see.
There we go.
There it is.
Okay. It's going great. How's Canada?
It's going all right, man. It is going all right. Not looking forward to the long trek today. I don't know why they couldn't have just played one of these teams twice instead of having to drive 4 hours to find another game. But it is what it is. But I know people are really excited. Football season has started. You know, we're getting great traffic on the website. We're getting new subscribers. We appreciate everybody that's popped on. And again, we'll give you a $20 gift card to Taco Bell if you sign up before the end of the week for a $70 subscription. But what I know, there's certain things you can say, can't say. We have some footage that I'll play here while we're talking. Overall, kind of what were your impressions? What did you see out there today on day one?
Not a ton. I mean, it was tough to really get too much of a gauge, but you know, the first day is always the most fun for me to kind of start looking at what guys weighed and what they looked like in spring ball, and then try and see who had the biggest transformation. And there was a defensive end, Ahmed Hassanin, who kind of played a lot of D tackle last year. Looks like he lost a ton of weight. I think it's like 17, 20, something like that. So he's going to end up playing kind of more of that defensive end edge position instead of being in the middle. So that's going to be interesting. Talking to Jabril Frazier on Monday, I'd kind of expect him to start opposite Dimitri Washington. He's one dude. Breezy Dubar, I mean, I don't know how many reps he's going to be able to take this year with Helani and Genty right there, but that dude looks the part. He's almost 200 pounds, 6'1". He does not look like a freshman. Ditto for Max Steege, the big German defensive tackle. He was here in spring ball. I don't remember seeing him a ton. He was listed at 266. Looks like he's definitely gained 10 to 15 pounds. Talking with Eric Chenander or whatever, I think he's really got a chance competing with Michael Callahan to win a starting job, which that doesn't happen too much at Boise State, where a freshman starts right out of the gate. So that would be pretty cool. And then, other than that, it was just, I mean, no pads today, so not much hitting, but a lot of technique fundamentals work.
Taylon Green obviously is going to talk after practice today. You're going to write about him, his relationship with Bush Hamdan. I know is a big topic, but anything stand out to you about Taylon from today?
I mean, not much. It's I don't want to try and make any crazy judgments or make literally any predictions off of a couple throws with no pads against no defenders. So I don't think there's any news about Taylon. But yeah, I'm curious to see, what he talks about today. This has been a busy summer for Taylon. I mean, we talk about quarterbacks in the NIL era. I feel like Taylon's done 800 different things this summer. Like, if you wanted Taylon Green's autograph, like he signed a million different things. It's kind of interesting what his summers looked like. And, it's kind of interesting because, you think that a guy doing all that stuff doesn't, maybe puts football to the back burner. And then you hear all the coaches talk about, hey, this guy has put in more hours than anyone in our facility. He is in the film room. He's taking notes. He has elevated his game from the mentality standpoint. So I'm kind of curious to hear about his summer, what he really wanted to work on, and how is life different for Taylon Green as a redshirt sophomore versus a redshirt freshman? And
we had a couple comments coming in here. Robbie wanted to know about Prince Strawn, how he looked. What'd you make of the receiving group? And I don't know if you saw Prince Strawn out there, how he looked.
Yeah, Prince, same guy from spring, looked the part for sure. Saw him make a couple nice catches. I mean, it's tough when he's not going against receivers or going against
one in shorts and helmets. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to, say Prince Strawn's going to have, 800 yards because he caught a pass against no defender. But I mean, the guy looks great. I bet he leaned down a little bit or leaned up, a little bit. He got to campus, and I bet on the nutrition and weight program, he bulked up probably 5 to 10 pounds for sure. The interesting part, though, before practice, and I think we can say this, we saw Latrell Caples walking out of practice in the rehab thing. He had no boot, no brace, no nothing. Was definitely limping a little bit. But I think that's good news, I guess, for the future of Latrell Caples. It's not like, didn't look like he was in, too much pain. He was still able to walk on his own, definitely limping. So that was just a good sign to see.
And that's kind of one of the early storylines. I know Andy mentioned it on Monday. Obviously, he's out for the season. Led the team, was essentially their top receiver. I know a lot of people look at Steph Cobbs, maybe being the number one guy, but Latrell Caples had the better numbers last year. How do you look at? You wrote about it. Folks can go read it. Subscribers can on the website. But how do you see his injury impacting things, and how do you feel about the rest of the? Is the wide receiver group still deep enough? You think to be okay?
I think so. I mean, I was looking at it. So today they ran out kind of 11 on no one. So basically they're kind of just,
But you're not – I don't think you technically should say who was with the ones. Don't get us in trouble on day one.
Okay.
Just try to be a little vague about it, I guess. Just who –
The ones were fine. I mean, it's the guys you would think it is. And they are deep enough. I mean, you think about Billy Bowen, Steph Cobbs, Eric McAllister. You got Prince Strawn. You've got the Colorado transfer, Chase Penry, who I'm guessing is kind of going to be like that Davis Cutter type where, maybe he has 8 catches for 150 yards on the season, but 4 of them were big third downs. And you're like, oh, man, this guy, hey, he's clutch. He makes the catches when he needs to. And you start going down the list. Shea Whiting has drawn a ton of rave reviews from the coaching staff. I think they've got the guys. And that doesn't even include like some of the tight ends. Maybe Riley Smith has a bigger impact in the passing game.
Sure.
We know that George Holani and Ashton Genty, they could line up at receiver if they want to. Are there chances now that maybe you have 2 of them lined up in the backfield, one of them blocks, one of them is one a wheel route? Maybe you have George Holani in the slot. Maybe you have Ashton Genty in the slot. I mean, we haven't seen that stuff too much over the last couple of years, but those guys are such big playmakers. It would not surprise me in the slightest if the coaching staff looks at this Latrell Caples injury and says, maybe this is just a chance to have our running backs in a bigger role, kind of like what the 49ers do with Christian McCaffrey, where he's basically a wide receiver listed as a running back.
Hey, if you need a job, check out Transportation Compliance Service, transcomservice.com. They can hook you up with a job, get in the trucking industry, and all the permits and things you need. They can help you out. Check them out, transcomservice.com. If you need a dentist, check out Boise Dentistry Co., boisedentistryco.com. 5 locations in the Treasure Valley. That's my dentist. It's my family dentist, and we're very happy that we made the switch. boisedentistryco.com. Check them out. Find a location near you. You need United Commercial Insurance. You need business insurance. You need to call United Commercial Insurance. 229-8222, United Commercial Insurance.com. They can write business policy insurance in 44 states around the country. Check them out at UnitedCommercialInsurance.com. Ridley's Family Markets, shopridleys.com, 13 locations in the state of Idaho. Check them out. All your grocery store needs, your local grocer. Think local, think Ridley's Family Markets. Download their app as well, Ridley's Family Markets, shopridleys.com. And if you're looking for some healthy eating, some meal prep service, how about Lean Feast? Leanfeast.com/Meridian. Jordan not having the healthiest of meals on this trip, so I'm excited to get back to Boise, and Lean Feast is going to help me shed some pounds during fall camp. Leanfeast.com/Meridian. Check them out. They're feeding the basketball team. They're feeding Talon Green. They can feed you as well at Lean Feast. And if you're looking to get out and play some golf, go book that tee time at Timberstone. PlayTimberstone.com. Check them out. Timberstone Golf Course. We appreciate their support of the show. They're doing some club fittings for next year already. Check them out. PlayTimberstone.com. Go book a tee time, and you will not be disappointed with our friends at Timberstone. As we kind of wrap this up, Jordan, because I don't want to miss the bus, what's on tap for the rest of the today and then the rest of the week?
So we're going to be talking to Talon Green, Cade Beresford, and Dimitri Washington today. No clue who we're talking to the rest of the week. So, yeah, but I'm most curious to talk to Talon today, kind of get a feel for what he's done these last couple months.
Well, you've had stories the first day on Monday on the offense, yesterday on the defense. Folks can go read that. BroncoNationNews.com. You're going to write about Talon Green today, so looking forward to that. We are about 36 hours, maybe 38 hours from the first paycheck clearing for Jordan Kay with Bronco Nation News. So it's been a fun first couple weeks, man. I hope you're enjoying it so far. We've really enjoyed having you. The interest already in the subscriptions and the viewership, it's all to this point exactly what I was hoping for. It's going up, and it's going to be a fun it's day one, man. It's going to be a fun 8 months here with football rolling right into basketball. Sir. And it could be a fun football and basketball season for Boise State fans, and it's always more fun to cover a winning team as well. So it could be fun for for us here the next 8-9 months. And so thanks, man, for keep it up. Congrats on everything, and we'll talk to you soon.
Appreciate it. Safe travels.
Thanks, man. There he is, Jordan K. Go read his stuff. Idaho, you can read his stuff. Idaho Sports Writer of the Year, and he's doing great stuff for us with Bronco Nation News. So please subscribe, support our efforts. Taco Bell giving you a $20 gift card to Taco Bell if you jump on board with a $70 yearly subscription. That deal runs out at the end of the week. So jump on board. Thanks to our friends at Taco Bell, RBC Wealth Management, Atkinson's Mirror and Glass, Bauscher Real Estate, all of our great sponsors making this trip possible. We really appreciate it. I got to go jump on the bus. The team is going whitewater rafting today. I'll try to get some footage, and looking forward to that. And then one more game tomorrow, but we'll be back to 10 a.m. tomorrow, live again, 10 a.m. tomorrow from the team hotel in Kamloops, Canada, 4 hours away, as we continue our live coverage of the Boise State football and basketball season. And so thank you to all of you that have signed up. Carter Davis, I know some of you guys have jumped in lately, and we appreciate you guys for subscribing, and hope some of you others will finally bite the bullet as well. Everybody loves Taco Bell, so take the $20 gift card to Taco Bell and jump in, and it works anywhere in America. So any Taco Bell, not just the Boise ones, will work if you don't live in the Boise area. So $70, do the yearly subscription. If you already did it in the last couple of days, there's about 10 of you, I think yesterday, I will send you the gift card when I get back to Boise. I'll get your email, and I'll send you your gift card. So thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. Have a great rest of your day. Go subscribe. Go read all of Jordan's stuff, my stuff, recaps on the games. YouTube, we got all of the interviews, all the highlights. Go check out the YouTube page. There's a ton of stuff there. You can go down a rabbit hole of football coach interviews and things like that. And again, Taylon Green, we'll get that post-practice interview up on the site, thanks to our intern, Jaden Finch, who's doing a great job getting the highlights and interviews and things up there. So tons of coverage coming throughout the day. And then we'll talk to you again live tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. on Bronco Nation News Live. So thanks, everybody. Thanks to our sponsors. Again, RBC Wealth Management, Atkinson's Mirror and Glass, Bauscher Real Estate, Taco Bell, and, of course, our title sponsor, rowpaint.com. Have a great rest of your day. Go check out the site. Plenty of content to come. Bronco Nation News, bronconationnews.com.